What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here, guys. Welcome to another episode of Game Update. This is for the month of August 2021. And guys, we actually have a pretty jam-packed month. We're kind of starting gaming season a tad early. Yes and no. I mean, I guess it depends how you look at it, but there's a lot more titles that I want to cover this month. I'd say each month there's relatively a lot of games that do come out, but most of them are indie titles or games I'm not totally interested in, you know, based on the theme or the genre or whatever the case would be. But this month, there's quite a few that I want to take a peek at. Some of them might change my mind depending, because I've seen some gameplay for certain games. I'll get into it as we go through it. But, you know, a good chunk of these games are going to get done. One of them I'll have to get obviously your guys' opinion on, because I'm not sure if I'll have the time. And based on the situation, you know, I'll explain when we get there. Either way, jumping into things, this doesn't really count as an official new launch, but I'm going to be playing it this coming week. This next week here, because there's no actual new games coming out that I want to cover until the 12th. So as of now, what we're going to be doing is continuing Mass Effect. However, this next week we're going to be covering we'll be finishing Mass Effect 2, obviously, Renegade Femshep, and then we'll have to wait a week, because what I plan on doing from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is I'm going to be running through the first 3 Halo games. It is almost the 20th anniversary of Halo Combat Evolved. That game came out in 2001, I believe in November, along with the launch of the original Xbox. I got my hands on it. That was one of the first FPS games I played as much as I did. I played a lot of FPS games in the past. Obviously, being younger, I wasn't really allowed. My parents did not allow me to play certain games, you know, especially if they were M-rated. But this one was slightly different, and they eased up their tension a little bit for it. And I remember my brother and I played the hell out of Halo. It's got a special place in my heart. The first 3 games I played more than any of the other ones, because back then I was just so into that genre, and I loved that. It was one of the best FPS franchises in my opinion. It still is to this day. Obviously, my interest waned a little bit once Halo 4 came out and so on and so forth, but the first 3 Halo games are so good. So the plan is to go Halo Combat Evolved on Wednesday, full game run, and Halo 2, full game run on Thursday, and then Halo 3, full game run on Friday. That's going to be the plan. So it's going to be a week of Halo. A lot of people have been like, Dan, you don't even have a Halo 3 run on your channel at all. And that's true, I don't. Funnily enough, it was one of the most played Halo games in the franchise for me as well. In terms of multiplayer, anyway, I'd say the campaign, I'd say Halo 1 I played the most. Campaign, that's pretty much all you had in that game was campaign, unless you had like a LAN party that you could do, which we eventually did, like System Link. I don't know if you guys are even old enough to remember doing that, but I remember we had to use System Link. It was good times, man. So I'm really excited about that. I have played Halo Combat Evolved on the channel in the past, but that was back when Halo Anniversary. So the 10-year anniversary. Can you believe that? 10 years ago, basically, was the last time. They released it on Xbox 360 with updated graphics, and you were able to switch between the two on the fly. Like if you wanted to see how it looked on the classic side of things, or if you wanted to see how it looked like modern, you could do that on the fly. Obviously, with the Master Chief Collection that's been out for a while, and they've been adding new games to it as time has gone on. We're going to be playing it on PC. The last game I played in the MCC was Halo Reach. That game I only played one time. I think it came out in 2010, so I'm pretty sure 2010, forgive me if I'm wrong about that. You might have to fill me in. Maybe 2011? I don't really recall. It's been so long, man. I think 11. And then I ended up replaying that when they added it to the MCC a few years ago. So I think I'm going to go back to the MCC, get the rest of the games, and we're just going to play Halo 1 through 3 this next week here. It's going to be awesome. You know, it's going to be like one big stream. I hope I can do it. I think I can beat the game in that time. I'll have to double check. Things might change if that's the case, but I will be doing those games. That is the plan. So anyway, and after that, we will start Mass Effect 3. So if we end up beating all those in the right time, we'll start Mass Effect 3 Renegade Femshep the week after that, because I believe the 12th is a Thursday or Friday. So I just want to double check. It is a Thursday. I don't know why games are coming out Thursdays these days, but it's the week after. So we'll have a few days of Mass Effect. So it's going to be nice to switch it up and do something else, because I know a lot of people have been wanting me to play other games just because they like Mass Effect, but that's all that's been on the channel for the last few months. So totally understandable. Anyway, let's get to the new content. Coming out on the 12th, I'll most likely get an early copy for this. I did submit for it. This is one of those games I'm not sure about, but I don't want to insult the game, but based on what I've seen, this is one of those games that I'm up in the air with, like I was saying. If you could think, I've used this analogy for a lot of games, but the Walmart brand, great value. Try and think of it like great value Cyberpunk. So it's got a very unique art style, looks very outdated, but I think that's the idea. It almost looks like, I mean, it's kind of cool looking. Obviously, it's not meant to be super insane graphics, but it's the same kind of concept. It is a cyberpunk style game. You know, well, I guess I should have clarified. It's great value brand Cyberpunk 2077. Sorry, the genre is cyberpunk. But the combat looks really stale. I'm not 100% sure if I want to play it or not, but considering there's not a whole lot of games going out, it is an action adventure game. We'll have that beat in that week, so at least it's something new. Maybe it could be really good, and we can, you know, it's one of those things where the game makes up for it. Voice acting doesn't sound too spectacular, but hey, it could be interesting, because I played some games that people hated, and people were flaming on. They're like, this is going to be a rubbish game, and then I ended up enjoying them, and I'm glad I played them. So I'm going to try it. I think it'll be worth trying. So that's going to be done on the 12th or sooner. Not sure how long it's going to take us, but I'll do my best to, you know, see how long we can make it work. Anyway, moving on. Next game coming out on the 19th, possibly getting it earlier if I get a review code. We have a game called 12 Minutes. Now, this kind of game sounds like right up my alley. It'll probably be a one stream and then done kind of a game, but essentially the concept, it is like a mystery game where the game takes place it's like a top-down camera, and you keep reliving the same 12 minutes over and over and over again from different perspectives as you're trying to figure out what went down here. And I think it sounds really, really cool. I love mystery games like that. So you're gonna be seeing the same 12 minutes for I don't know how long it'll take us to beat the game, but I'm assuming there could be multiple endings. I don't really know for sure. It was announced, I believe, I believe it's a Microsoft backed title, published title. So anything Xbox, PC is playable on. So I am curious about that. It's got a pretty big star-studded cast from what I remember. Some big lineups for voice acting in there. So I think that should be really, really cool. Again, probably like a one stream and done kind of a situation. So I am looking forward to that as well, though. And it'll be nice to get something new like that, because we haven't had a mystery game in a long time. So that'll be sweet. All right, now this is another game I'm not sure about. Now this is a game coming out on the 20th of August. Now this game I absolutely loved. I've already played it. Came out last year. Only last year. And that is Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. So what this is basically a remastered, not really a remaster, but it's re-releasing with a DLC or an expansion, a whole new island. I believe it's Iki Island. It's basically about the same length as Act 1 from what I've understood in the base game. It's its own thing, it's expansion, it's an expanding thing. Now the one thing I'm not sure about, here's my thing. I recently played Ghost of Tsushima. Like, it was not long ago. Like I said, it was last year, maybe a little bit earlier in the year, but it took me a couple months to get through it because I did 100%. I got 100% completion, all collectibles, everything in that game. So I was very proud of that. However, I don't know if it's got that expansion as a standalone. So if I could take my PS4 copy that I've already got and get the expansion, but then at the same time, is the game worth replaying so soon? I know people could argue, hey Dan, you did Mass Effect already. You just did it and you played it back to back, but that involves different choices. Yes, Ghost of Tsushima has a few choices, you know, that alter, like based like on the ending and things like that. There's a couple different endings, but they're basically the same. So I don't know if replaying the whole game is worth doing a whole nother series on the PS5, because like I said, it's coming out, it's being re-released on PS4 as well with this DLC, but it's also being released on the PS5, which I believe has a 60 FPS frame rate, which is something the game desperately needed. It was a fantastic game. I loved it, but the only thing that could have made it better was that extra power from a PS5. You know, 60 frames, better graphics, things like that. The frame rate, if it was 60 frames, man, that game, if I remember correctly, I gave it my game of the year last year. I think that sounds about right. One of the best games I've played in a long time. So it's like one of those things, like, do I play it again on PS5? Or if I maybe try and figure out if I can get the PS4 expansion, just kind of continue my story. And because I can play the PS4 copy that I've already got with all my saves on the PS5. That's not a problem. It's just not the optimized PS5 version. So that's kind of where at a crossroads. So I don't know. I don't know if they're doing a standalone expansion for people who already have it. But I think the director's cut is kind of, it might be like free to people who already have. I gotta do more research. I tried to do some quick research, but I couldn't find it. Either way, let me know what you guys think on that. I'm debating on it, but it's gonna take a lot of time. I don't know if I have the time to replay Ghost of Tsushima again, back to back. I would totally love to do the expansion. That'd be a completely different game if I could just do that on its own. But the whole game, I don't really know yet. Because considering I already 100%ed it, and there's already a series on my channel, if you want to see 100% completion, like, you just watch that, right? So, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Either way, that's coming out on the 20th. Now, moving down to the 24th, we have a game I'm super excited for. It's a co-op exclusive game, meaning you have to play in co-op. But it's a theme that's very near and dear to my heart. And that, of course, is Aliens Fireteam Elite. Essentially a co-op, drop in, get to the objective, PvE kind of a thing, where you have your, your co-op partners running in as, and it's kind of themed after the second film, so Aliens. And obviously, if you guys know me, I love Alien. The whole franchise, I absolutely love it. The second film is amazing action. First film is all about suspense and, tension. So it's like, honestly, this is gonna take, after the second film, all that high, like there's tons of Xenos running around, and we've got to go in, complete an objective, and there's going to be bosses and things like that. And there's going to be androids, which was kind of added, like this androids like combat troopers kind of thing, inspired from like Alien Isolation characters, like the Working Joes, because that was never really in the film. There obviously were androids and synthetics and whatnot, but these ones are more inspired from that. So it's taking like inspiration from multiple games. And I think that's pretty cool. So it's gonna be a co-op. I'm gonna get a co-op group to play with it, and I think it goes by level. So similar in the way that they have like specific missions, similar in the way that, let's just say, like Left 4 Dead did it. I think it's gonna be kind of like that. So you take on one specific operation. I don't know if there's gonna be a story per se, or if it's more just drop in, complete something, and drop out. But based on normally I probably wouldn't play this type of game, but because it's Aliens and it looks super awesome, I definitely want to take a look at that. So that's coming out on the 24th. Sorry, did I read that wrong? Oops, yes, 24th. Sorry, I was jumping. I mistyped something. August 24th for that. All right, and finally, the last thing coming out on the 31st, the last day of the month. This is something I've been looking forward to. I announced it kind of a little bit earlier. I think I mentioned it, but it didn't have a release date because it just said summer of 2021. It has a definitive release date. We have Maneater Truth Quest, this DLC based on one of my favorite games of last year. I think it got my fifth favorite game or whatever in my top 5. I think it was a game that I remember 100%ing it in 2 streams. I did everything. It was so addicting. Now they've added a new one, a new DLC, which creates a new location, new story, as well as a new evolution for your shark. So it's completely different. It's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be a standalone, whereas you base off your level. I'm not sure if they've added a next stage to it, like because they had the Elder Shark. I'm wondering if they added Megalodon. I don't believe so. I think it's just a different type of evolution to try out, which looks badass. Like I said, one of my favorite games, so I'm really, really excited for this. I thought it was an April Fool's joke because when they announced this Truth Quest DLC, the DLC was released, or sorry, the announcement was announced on the 1st of April. So I thought it was maybe just a troll, but no, it's got a definitive release date. It's coming out on August 31st, which I am super, super excited for. And then we get into September, which has a ton of new games. It's gonna be insane, guys, as we know. I'm just looking at my list here of stuff that's coming out. It's off the chain. It's going to be crazy, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to see more because we had such a slow month in summer. It's what happens, right? You pick up a summer series and you just kind of do that the entire time. That's basically what it's been ever since May when Legendary Edition of Mass Effect came out. So that's all we've been doing is Mass Effect and very, very little else. So it's going to be nice to switch up and do multiple games in the month again, like way new stuff, like more and more stuff. It's going to be awesome, and I cannot wait. So there are a couple other games coming out. This is one game called The Con. And it's like, it's a con or con job, I can't remember, but it's very 90s inspired. It looks like it's, like an old school, 80s kind of a style game, but also kind of modern, almost like a comic book in ways. There's games like that I've been looking at and been debating on, but that game also comes out on the 31st. I'd rather focus on Truth Quest. But there's things could change and anything could happen. Obviously, guys, let me know if you see anything that you think I should cover, any DLCs that I would normally play, or for games that I play that you think I should cover. Comment it. Trust me, I miss these DLCs. Even though I scour the internet looking for stuff coming out, I'm constantly things get missed. It's just the way it goes. So any help you could provide would be appreciated. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, like I was saying. Any further games you want or you think I should cover this month, or if there's any DLCs, or just even letting me know what you're looking forward to the most. I'd love to hear it. Also, don't forget to leave a like, of course. Don't forget to follow my social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Discord. Those are all linked in the description. If you want to get a shirt or hoodie, link in the description. You want to save 10% off a DXRacer like mine, link in the description. Make sure you're using the promo code DANQ8000 at checkout. Also, guys, if you're interested, you want to check out some Bones coffee. I use it to fuel up before every stream. It's absolutely delicious. They always add new flavors, and they got you covered no matter how you take your coffee. Link in the description for that. And as well, if you guys are bearded like me, you got to look after your beard with the proper care and grooming stuff. All you need, like beard balms, oils, combs, even merch, shirts, hats, you name it. My friends at Always Bearded have you covered for some cool stuff, really helpful stuff. It keeps this soft, it keeps it looking healthy and growing nice and strong. So link in the description for them. Be sure to use the promo code DANQ8000 at checkout. And finally, don't forget to check out the Team 8000 membership program. There's a link for that in the description, join button below the video and on my main channel page. If you sign up, there's 2 tiers, a basic and a premium. Everybody will get badges by their name, emojis used in chat, exclusive videos and streams, and priority in open lobbies. Now, if you go the premium route, though, you'll get you a couple extra bonuses. A 20% off unique discount code to use my merch store, as well as entry in the monthly game giveaway. And guys, we are doing that next monthly game giveaway for the premium members really soon, in the next couple days. So make sure you sign up before it's too late, before you miss your mark, before then we gotta wait another month for the next one. And from now on, what I'm going to be doing is when I announce the premium members, it'll probably be like whenever that'll be, whether it be the first Monday back, or if it's on the first itself, or whatever that ends up being, depends on month-to-month basis, obviously. I'm going to be doing a members only stream, hangout, Q&A, just a chill sesh, and then at the end of it, I'll be drawing the giveaway live, so you guys can, if you're there, you can win it right away. If you miss the giveaway, fear not, I will still announce the winner. You don't have to be there to win the game, obviously, but that way it's kind of live. And I'm going to be including regular scheduled members only streams into my regular schedule at least once a month, just so I can obviously hang out with members, give you guys an exclusive stream, as well as hang out and announce the winners of the premium game giveaway. But in case you missed it, because I was gone for 2 weeks on some time off in July, I want to make up for that lost time by giving you guys a bonus. I mentioned it before. It's going to be a double giveaway. What that means is every single premium member will get entered into the draw twice. So I'm gonna take their name twice, double your chance of winning. Not only that, but it's gonna be not 1, but 2 winners. That's why I'm calling it double giveaway. So everyone has double the chance of winning twice, if that makes sense. So you have 2 chances to win with 2 name draws potentially. So you can increase your chances across the board. But the thing is, once one person wins, their name comes out, increasing your chances again. You can only win 1. You can't win, your name can't come up twice and you win about 2 games. That's not how it's gonna work. We gotta be fair to everybody here. So make sure you sign up for that. Like I said, link in the description, join below the video, and on my main channel page. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to get into these games. There's a lot going on in this August, and man, it's almost 4th quarter. It's like we're getting almost to the end of 3rd quarter. Well, I guess we're kind of midway through the 3rd quarter. I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess September is technically 3rd quarter, but I group it into 4th quarter. But that's neither here nor there. We're getting closer. We're getting out of the summer pretty soon, and it's going to start getting colder again. Unreal. I know. Either way, though, thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope I see you in the next stream very soon. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Let's hand things over to Noxil. Take care, guys.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble wildin' wild on these violent and hit you 8,000. Wait a minute, hold that style is dialed in. Goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving fire back. If they ain't vibing, lie with that. Got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players, grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters, move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is Noxil, you damn fools? Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that damn Q. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.